In this quick tips video, I want to share with you one of my favorite mantras for getting your instrument to sound its best. My name is Josh Gu, and after years of studying the clarinet with some of the best teachers from around the world, I am excited to be sharing my knowledge with you. So go to QuickStartClarinet.com or check the description on this video to see all of the wonderful resources I have to help you reach your clarinet dreams. And of course, subscribe to this channel for weekly clarinet and music tips and tricks. So a lot of playing the clarinet is all about sort of finding these Goldilocks spots between embouchure pressure, air support, air pressure, air direction, finger precision. All of that stuff just needs to be just right. Not too tight, not too loose, not too strong, not too weak. And it's really important to find that sweet spot. Now, oftentimes when we're trying to find that sweet spot or we're trying to make a note come out beautifully, we're sort of thinking about controlling that and putting in effort to get it right, because it does take effort to play the instrument. You can't just sort of not worry about it at all and just play and see whatever happens, because you won't get good results if you just let the instrument do whatever it wants. You do have to be in control, and you have to make the notes sort of sing and play the way that you want and come out the way that you want. The problem is, oftentimes when we're trying to do that, we end up over-controlling, where we think, okay, this is a big interval, so it might not want to come out well on the clarinet, so I'm going to need to control it. I'm going to need to put in the work to make sure that this comes out nicely, and then you end up getting tense. So instead of letting it happen and getting the beautiful note that you want, you end up getting tight, you get that tension, and you get that sort of and then the top note doesn't come out as beautifully as you want, the connection isn't as beautiful as you want, and you think, oh, I gotta just try harder, control it more, and then you get tenser and tighter, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So what needs to happen, instead of being sort of controlling and forcing the good notes to come out, is it's much more about being precise. You can't just try harder, you need to try more correctly. This actually applies to air as well. I always say more air, more air, more air all of the time, but it is actually possible to use too much air, or at least not focused enough air. So if the airstream is too wide and just pushing, that can cause tension in the reed, and the reed won't vibrate, and tension in the sound, and maybe even like a distorted sound, and it doesn't have the good clear focus to it. So what we need, instead of just more, or more control, or stronger fingers, or tighter, is to be more precise. And that is the mantra that I want to share with you today, which is precise, not tight. So instead of thinking about forcing those notes out, just think about hitting them in a very relaxed way, very, very precisely. I think the most obvious thing that this applies to are the fingers. It's very common, say we're crossing the break, and you know that you need to cover all of the holes when you're crossing the break to get it to come out well. So you're thinking, I gotta land on those holes, and then you end up getting tighter and more tension. And as you get too tight and you're just squeezing, that's when the fingers sort of tend to slide off the instrument, and you get those little leaks, especially on the ring fingers, when you're too tight. So if you change it from thinking like controlling and forcing and making those notes happen to just precisely and relaxed landing on those notes, you're going to be in good shape. So the next time you're playing and you're struggling to get a note to come out or get an interval to sound really good, I want you to think to yourself, precise, not tight, and see if you can just relax a little bit and keep that good precision in the playing, so that you actually land where you need to be and hit that Goldilocks sweet spot so that the clarinet sounds its very best. So I hope that this quick tip has been helpful. Definitely try this out in your playing. Just constantly be thinking to yourself, precise, not tight. Precise, not tight. And I think it will make a difference, and hopefully it does help with your playing and helps you to sound the way you want. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in another one.